A recent Gallup poll reported that approval ratings for Congress are at an all-time low, 9%. Well, what is at the heart of the lack of bipartisanship, and how can members of Congress work to build consensus and a better solution to the country's problems? Hello and welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Candace Kelly, and I'm joined by Congressman Dutch Ruppersberger, Democrat from Maryland. And I thank you so much for being with us today.
Good to be here, Candace.
So in terms of what's been going on, especially in the recent headlines with the government shutdown and all this talk about bipartisanship, what lessons have you learned about getting work done and how the two sides can come together?
Well, the first place is inexcusable for the government to be shut down on idealistic reasons. I think what's happening in Congress, both on the left and the right, that a lot of people care more about idealism than pragmatic issues that affect your constituents every day. I think what's important is that we work together, is that we understand that when you disagree with somebody, that doesn't mean that you're the enemy. Also, negotiation is not a bad word. Compromise is not a bad word. You look at our history, you look at our forefathers, the government they created. It was a great government, but there always has to be everyone has to walk away with something. And that's really what's not happening now.
Tell me about this cyber attack legislation in which there was not a meeting of the minds, but you made a lot happen in terms of getting the legislation passed.
I'm the ranking member of the Intelligence Committee. We oversee all the intelligence agencies, NSA, CIA, military. Chairman Rogers is the chairman. We work together. He was a former FBI agent. I was a former prosecutor. We made a commitment to each other that we would not be partisan when you deal with intelligence issues, national security, because the stakes are too high. So right now, we're being attacked as we speak. One of the most serious issues facing our country are cyber attacks. I'm a member of the Gang of Eight. We get the most sensitive information, intelligence information, like being in the beginning of the Bin Laden attack. You know, these type of things. And what people say to me, what keeps you up at night? And I'll say, number one, spicy Mexican food. Number two, weapons of mass destruction. And three, cyber attacks. Very, very serious. As we speak, we're being attacked on a regular basis every day. I just was in New York City dealing with the head of security for some major banks. They sometimes get hits of 3,000 hits a day from cyber attacks all over the world, especially countries like China. It's been estimated that just in the last 3 years, our government has over $400 billion stolen from us as far as getting information about what we do. Even fertilizer companies, because China deals in fertilizer, they want to find out how we make it to see if they can compete with us.
So you moved that along, but in addition to that, there's probably some lessons from local government that you have taken into federal government.
Well,
Tell me about that.
There are not as many of us, maybe as they should, who've served in local government. I served in local government for 17 years. Baltimore County Council, County Executive, and I was also a prosecutor. Local government is where the rubber meets the road. You have to deal with the basics of life. And we are representing our constituents, and what they care about most is their family, their community, that they're going to be safe, they can go to a good school. This is what people care about. And they also care about health care, which is another major issue that we have to deal with. So what's so important is that we really understand what the basics are that our constituents that we represent need and try to deal with that.
And how do those conversations begin? Do you actually pull someone aside and say, hey, listen, we need to do this, and you do over lunch or something?
It's a good point, but it's about trust and relationships. It's about working together. Understand if you disagree with me, I'm not your enemy. But the end goal is what's right for your constituents and what is right for America. And that just hasn't happened right now, and we need to deal with it. Healthcare is a perfect example. We all need healthcare. And we have voted in Congress, in the House of Representatives, 42 times to repeal health care. Not one time have we debated on how we fix it, because there do need to be fixes. We need to come together on that issue.
All right. Well, I want to thank you so much for being with us. I'm sure we'll have you back on this issue of bipartisanship.
Take care.
And thank you also for joining us on this edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Candace Kelly. Thanks for watching.